My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. I worked at IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4. I've been doing this a real long time. So you'll see my contact information below. I have a whole team of former IRS agents that I work with. It's part of my staff. I started these YouTubes about, I don't know, a couple years ago. I was just happened to be going through YouTube and said, man, there's a lot of people that don't know what they're doing. They're kind of ripping people off. So I try to explain to you why they do that, how they do that, so you can be aware of that. Plus, I like to give you inside information. As a former IRS agent, I like to educate you into the situations that you have. So as a former revenue officer, today my topic is you owe payroll taxes and what you can do about that. So anyway, as a former IRS agent, I've worked hundreds upon hundreds of payroll tax cases where people owe back 941 taxes, 940, and sometime 1120 taxes, even though it's rare nowadays. So what do you do if you owe back payroll taxes? Well, if it's a small amount, you can try to take care of it yourself. If it's a large amount, you have no business doing this yourself. You really got to get someone who knows what they're doing, because IRS, when they look at payroll taxes, they don't look at a tax. They look at money that was held in trust. Believe it or not, if you owe back trust fund taxes, you can be criminally charged if you don't pay those monies over. Now, I don't want to scare you. There's probably 1% of 1% of people that they bring to prison, but I'm not here to tell you that today. I'm here to tell you how to get back in the system with IRS so your business can go on. Which leads me to the point, should your business go on? Many times your business is struggling, you're not taking a lot of money, and you're running further and further and further and further in debt. Sometimes you need someone to look at the business and say, hey, maybe you need to sell it or leave. Maybe you can make more money somewhere else, and you're not going to have a problem. That's something that I would go ahead and talk to you about. But if you want to stay in business and you see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, the first thing you want to do is make sure you're making current deposits with the Internal Revenue Service. You want to make sure all tax returns are filed. IRS, the first 2 questions I would ask there, are you current? Are all returns filed? Good. We'll work with you. IRS is then going to want a 433B. I got a little bit of the flu bug. And a 433A, a personal financial statement. They're going to want to drill down to find out whether this is a viable business and whether you can pay the tax. Remember, if you have to make a payment agreement with them, you're going to have to be current and make a back payment. Sometimes you may have to put yourself out of business because you're going to see this is going to be a real struggle, and you don't want to do that. You have to have someone honestly be able to come in and tell you what, in fact, you need to do. So if you have that need and you need a former IRS agent, I can go ahead and review your case for free and let you know really at the end of the day what you need to do. Anyway, just remember, stay current. Make sure all your tax returns are being filed. Make sure you're, sorry about the stream. Make sure your deposits are made. And if a revenue officer is working your case, they're going to want the information within a couple weeks, and they're going to want to give you a doc request. Anyway, if you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me. Leave them up in my comments. I'd love for you to go ahead and give me a subscription. That really helps YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. Anyway, make sure you do all those things. Make sure you look at yourself realistically. Make sure you can get out of the debt. That's really important you do that. Thank you so much for listening.